When the gods are removed, the being realizes there is no one left to turn to. The beauty of this moment lies in the awareness that prayer was never a conversation, as they had been taught. By removing the gods, the conversation becomes profoundly intimate, taking place between the being and its own essence. It ceases to be a prayer of supplication to something or someone, becoming a dialogue of self-knowledge and revelation. True intimacy does not reside in the supernatural, mysticism, or mythical places. The conversation with oneself reveals the true meaning of being in the heart. This dialogue eliminates every trace of selfishness, for the being discovers the power of listening to its own essence. The true meaning of the universe reveals the unique place from which the being has never departed, and the church appears, without floor, roof, or walls. Upon discovering itself, the being recognizes the purity of its origin, and perceives the space that must be filled. The being realizes it is now a creato, and has all space at its disposal. Thus, the whole is perfectly understood as belonging solely to the being itself. What was once considered a place of the gods reveals itself as the unique space of a singular God. All teachings dissolve in the face of the understanding that intimate conversation provides. Listening in silence, with an unveiled heart, eliminates all needs, and so, there are no more requests to make. The meaning of being reveals the one who created the concepts, who interposed, and for a time, occupied the place of prominence. The collection of books, skillfully constructed, remained as a support for the concepts created to distort the truth. The beauty of this lies in the fact that the creator being never hid the truth, which, subtly, remained alive in all the traditions conveyed through the texts. Tradition is the most difficult, complex, and incomprehensible element imposed on the being, making its rupture an immense challenge. Imposed prayer carries tradition in its entirety, and thus hides under the appearance of revelation, when in truth, it is merely wrapped in the same misunderstanding of traditions. Changing traditions is like stirring up a wasp's nest, which will react with all its strength, and that strength is not small. To pray, ultimately, is not to ask anything of anyone, for that will never be true prayer. To pray is simply to place oneself in the perfect state of listening. Very clearly, then, to pray is to listen to oneself, or to one's own essence.